Retired NYPD Chief of Patrol Wilbur Chapman joins me now. Wilbur, you and I were on last week talking about this case. I mean, are you surprised that I thought for sure we'd have our guy this weekend?
Good morning, Markie. What we're seeing now in real time is how an investigation into a major incident unfolds. Clearly, we thought initially that this individual might have been part of a random crime that happened in Midtown Manhattan, but it turns out as a target of a deliberate shooting, he has now left a trail that will help detectives locate him, although now that search has led to Atlanta and probably all of the stops along the way that the bus took in and out of New York City will have to be looked at to see if there's a possibility that he disembarked in any one of those locations. The detectives clearly have gotten this trace of evidence, the backpack, seeing the video of his face, and whether or not he is known certainly won't be disclosed until an arrest is imminent, because you don't want to give this individual any advantage of continuing to elude the police.
And you bring me to an interesting question that I've had, because Mayor Adams this weekend saying the net is tightening around this guy, right? And that it sounds like they have a name, but he said we don't want to release that now. Was that a smart move by the mayor? Because to your point, you don't want to give this guy, an upper hand, but you just told the world that you don't want to release that yet. Was that smart on his part?
Well, the mayor has a vested interest in calming the nerves of people who would visit Midtown Manhattan and who work and who live there, because there have been a series of high-profile crimes that have happened in an area that historically has been an area of low crime. So I can understand him taking the position that an arrest is imminent. It's better for the detectives to always have the advantage of knowing more than they disclose to the public until they can make an apprehension and then do full disclosure once this person is safely off the streets and in police custody.
This story just keeps on growing new legs, taking weird twists and turns. What about that Monopoly money, Wilbur, found inside that backpack? How'd you read that?
Well, I don't know if it's a symbolic gesture, the way the writing on the 3 bullet casings were, or if it was just something that is insignificant and was in with a jacket that really didn't disclose anything further about the investigation. But it'll be interesting to see once this person is apprehended, because it sounds like we're going to have the script for a Lifetime movie of someone who clearly had an interest in making sure that harm was inflicted on this CEO, and whether or not it was a result of being a dissatisfied ex-employee or concern about medical care that wasn't given or was denied because of company policy, that we will have to determine, or the detectives will determine, once this person is in custody.
Yeah, I know some of those executives at United Healthcare were being investigated by the DOJ for allegedly running a monopoly. I was curious if maybe that played into it. Lastly, before I let you go, there are so many rampant rumors, right, or theories running across social media with crime junkies, the general public. Does that usually end up helping or hindering an investigation like this?
Well, all of it has to be considered, because you can never tell when there's a kernel of truth in a lot of the conspiracy theories. But they'll be evaluated, the information will be evaluated very carefully. And if there's anything that can aid in this investigation, it'll be used. The rest will be discarded and put in a place that really doesn't matter to any of us.
Yeah, well, we're staying on top of this one. I'm sure I'll be back on with you before the end of the week. Retired NYPD Chief of Patrol Wilbur Chapman, thank you, sir. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.